Hello everyone! Are you ready for another Fallout 76 guide? Today we're going to check how can you craft the Fasnacht Sausage and Donut. Welcome back to another video, and let's start from the beginning, shall we? So to craft these two foods, you will need the recipes first, and you can get them from the Fasnacht event. Every time you finish it, you will get a random recipe. Normally it's decor for your camp or a food recipe, as well as a random mask normally. You can also trade with players or check the floor when the event is over. Many players, like myself, drop recipes that they have already learned. So another way is to actually gather all the required ingredients and then you can craft it too. So that's another way on how recipes or crafting works for foods in Fallout 76. First of all, you need to understand that these are quite complex recipes and you will need a lot of ingredients to actually craft one single portion. So I'm going to show you all the ingredients you need at my cooking station. And they're called Fasnacht Donut and Fasnacht Sausage. And as you can see, there is a quite long list of ingredients you need. Now, I suggest you making a list for this purpose or follow the guide step by step so you don't get lost and you end up getting all the ingredients you need to craft the two or just one recipe. Depends on what you want to do here. But I'm going to provide everything you need to know, every location to farm, so we can get everything you need and get your crafting going. Let's start with the Fasnacht sausage. And the first and the most difficult ingredient to get is the thick blood. So head here to the Dolly houses. It's a bit to the north, and you will generally find around 5 thicks in this area. They are generally between the houses. No, they are not inside or like they are here. You need to just come by, walk around, and they will eventually attack you if you don't spot them right away. Now, keep in mind that thick blood is not a very common ingredient, so they don't drop that often. I had to server jump many times and I only managed to get one thick blood from this location until I got tired and I decided to look for another one. So yes, I killed I think 20 ticks in this place and I only got one thick blood. So just to give you an idea of what to expect, it's quite difficult to get this ingredient. And it's not that fun to farm because they're not something that you can find easily, like Scorch or mole rats or even super mutants. If you are quite unlucky with the first location, then you might want to head to the Moonshiner's Shack, where you can find a few ticks as well. And in my case, I found tick blood in my first attempt, basically. So I killed these ticks. There are 3 generally in here, and one of them dropped it for me. So it's a great alternative to farm tick blood if you really want to get a decent amount of this ingredient. Don't forget to check the other shack. It's right here, and there's also another tick inside, and this is actually the one that dropped it for me. Now let's head to the HELVETIA town where the Fasnacht event is happening right now and probably will close soon. But this is a very rich area. Now you can get tons of wood from here. There are piles around and dropped trees on the floor as well. So it's the perfect location for wood. You can also find opossums and chickens and squirrels for meat. And in this small river here, you can get some dirty water. And if you walk around the town, you will find squirrels all over the place where you can gather intestines, which you will need for the sausage, of course. And in this house here at the very start, you can also find spices, 2 bottles. One is right here. And you can also find salt, which you will need for the donuts later on. So I suggest you to pick it right now. And the second spices is in the counter behind this one. And there are also donuts, like made ones. You can eat them or, save them for later if you want. And it's right here, the spices. And yeah, if you need more meat or intestines, don't forget to leave the meat in your inventory to spoil, because you will need it as well. And it should be easy for you. You should be all set now to craft the Fasnacht sausages. I suggest you to equip Super Duper. It's a luck perk. I only have it at level 1 right now, but it works quite well for what it is. It increases your chance to get 1 more craft every time you do it. So as you can see, we have all the ingredients for the Fasnacht sausage now, and we can proceed to craft it. And I aim it for just 2 crafts, because thick blood is not easy to get, and I spent almost an hour server jumping and trying to find more, but unfortunately I couldn't. So if you guys are really into this crafting, be ready to spend a lot of time farming ticks. And now it's time to check the effects of the Fasnacht sausage. So this is a decent one. I mean, if it wasn't so difficult to get, I would probably recommend you to craft it, because it gives you 40 HP, or max HP in this case, which is really good. But the difficulty to get all the ingredients, I'm not sure if it justifies the boost. But yes, it's very decent in my opinion. With the sausage done, it's time to move to the donut, and I suggest you to go to the Green Country Lodge to get some Brahmin milk. There are plenty of cows in Fallout 76, and you can get milk from every and each one of them. So it all depends on how many donuts you are aiming to create or to craft. So I'm leaving you here 2 spots for Brahmins where you can find and milk them. The first one is right here at the start. It's near the spawn when you fast travel. And the second one is right ahead. You just need to move forward a little bit and you'll find another 3 cows where you can get milk from. Alternatively, you can simply get one at your own base. If you go to resources, you only need steel and Razorgrain to craft, or to have a Brahmin in this case, and you can milk it at any time you want. Because we need to craft Razorgrain flour, we will need cement for some bizarre reason. So head to the Poseidon Energy plant, and I found out this is probably the best spot in the game to get cement. There are 5 bags right here at the start near this door, and the first one is there. The second is below this shovel here. You might need to pick it up to pick the bag under it, and then you can move forward a little bit, and in this corner here you find the 3rd and the 4th bags. The first one is a bit ahead in here, and that's it. It's very quick and easy. If you don't find them, just server jump and you surely will. For the frog legs, I think the best location so far is at the White Spring near the golf club. When you fast travel, all you have to do is head to your left and you will find this house here with a pool or a lake. And you will find several frogs. They are cute and small, and I feel sorry to kill them, but they drop eggs, and that's what we need to craft donuts. So look for them. They make these strange noises, so you should be able to find them easily. And if you need more eggs, you know what to do. Server jumping, and more server jumping. In terms of cooking oil, you can go to one specific location here at the Sunday Brothers cabin, and in the basement you will find a range of ingredients for cooking. You can find foods to eat and a lot of ingredients to cook. So head here to the basement and you will need a level 1 lockpick to unlock the door. So I think you won't have much of an issue with this. And inside in the prateliers you will see a lot of stuff, and here is the cooking oil. There are generally 2 bottles and also some spices. I couldn't find salt though. There is sugar and pre-made foods and some drinks as well, but no salt. Anyway, you can just head out for the Razorgrain in the garden. There are several veggies there, so if you don't have any at your base, you can simply get it from this location. If you don't have enough salt from the HELVETIA town when you were getting the ingredients for the sausage, you can head to the Big Fred's barbecue shack here, and you will always find a salt in the counter right when you approach the shack near the pepper. So it's a very easy location. There is also tons of foods and drinks inside and some ingredients for cooking as well. Finally, it's time to go back to your camp or to a cooking station, equip the super duper perk, and it's time to bake some donuts. Now, I had to get some Razorgrain for my farm, and I also milked my cow as I usually do. Then I headed to my cooking station and I went to craft a Razorgrain flour because we needed to get the donuts done. And there you go. I crafted just 2. Then you can go back to prepare it. It's the fastest way, and you can craft your Fasnacht Donuts. And as you can see, it's so many things. And I can only craft 2, mostly because of the oil and the frog legs, but that's good enough to test and to show you guys how it's done. Now, if you eat the donut, you will only get HP recovery, which is a shame. I mean, it's so bothersome to create and you don't get any bonuses at all, apart from a very short HP recovery. I mean, really? It's totally not worth it. On the other hand, the sausage gives you a max HP plus 40, which is very good. But then again, the thick blood is not easy to find. So I really don't think these foods are that worth the time to farm and craft, but they are certainly a great addition to the game. And if you like role-playing and if you have a lot of free time and you want to make them, then please go ahead and do it. Especially the sausage. I would probably go for the sausage and not the donuts. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, that's going to be everything for today's guide. I hope you enjoyed the content. If so, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and leave a comment to know what's your favorite recipe right now. I am Marta Branco. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next video coming about survival mode. Oops, what? I didn't say anything. See you in the next one. Bye bye.